Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and the newest Classic Plus content update of Season of Discovery has proven to be a lot more fun than most have anticipated. Currently, most are still leveling towards the current rubber-banded max level of 25, though many are inching closer to reaching it, and are beginning to explore some of the new endgame content available this season, such as a revamped raid version of BFD. And as more players jump into the newest raid, we finally get to see some data and numbers that shows us which class builds are currently gaining the most popularity. And if you're interested in playing some of the very best builds within the phase 1 of Season of Discovery, then this video will go over some of the best runes and rune combinations that you should keep an eye out for as you make your way towards level 25. But right before we get to go over the very best runes of every class for level 25 content, most of you guys watching these update videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you remind, the more of you do, so let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel and ring the bell if you're watching these videos anyway. Especially if you want to get more regular content regarding Dragonflight 10.2 or even potentially more Classic Plus Season of Discovery content. When it comes to the class of Druid, two popular builds have slowly been rising. One is that of a Feral Druid that plays around the rune of Savage Roar, which boosts all of your damage output during the buff's duration. Combined together with Mangle as well as Wild Strikes for group utility, Feral Druids are seeming like a solid competitive option for rubber-banded level 25 endgame content. However, Druids currently have access to two popular builds, the second one being that of a Healing Restoration Druid, which plays around the powerful rune of Wild Growth. Wild Growth offers fantastic group-wide party coverage, with a healing effect that starts out strong but then later has a drop-off towards the end of its duration. Most Restoration Druids are combining this effect together with the rune of Life Bloom for better tank healing, as well as a Fury of Storm Rage, which allows you a hybrid playstyle. During the downtime when no allies need healing, you'll simply spam Wrath as part of your rotation. Wrath also will offer you procs of Healing Touch, which can help you burst heal any of your allies that need additional spot healing. Next, we have the class of Hunter, and most Hunters so far are specializing in a Kill Command Beast Mastery style of play. The ability of Kill Command will be core to this build that allows your pet's damage ability to be further amplified. Recently, many players have been combining Kill Command together with certain pets like the Scorpid's Poison. However, in a hotfix that recently broke this interaction, though Kill Command as an ability should remain a powerful tool. Besides this, you can pick up the rune of Beast Mastery to further amplify your pet's output, as well as Aspect of the Lion to provide your group additional utility. When it comes to mages, two popular builds are currently on the rise with the Season of Discovery, both of which are going to revolve around the playstyle of Arcane Blast. The first variation of the Arcane Blast mage will be the damage counterpart that runs runes such as Burnout as well as Living Flame to add additional damage. The second variation is going to be the Healing Arcane Mage, which offers quite a bit of group-wide coverage. The playstyle will still revolve around the Arcane Blast, however Regeneration and Mass Regeneration runes are going to be complementary to this Arcane-focused playstyle in order to provide your allies with additional healing. The next one on the list is going to be the Paladin, which actually have a playstyle where they can tank or DPS with a flexible loadout. Most Paladin builds are going to revolve around the ability of Crusader Strike, which is your prime damage ability for single target as well as mana regeneration. Divine Storm is another popular rune that's getting picked up as it offers additional cleave and single target damage. Your last rune can either be a utility rune or a damage rune. For those of you looking for damage, Exorcist is a perfect choice. However, if your party needs additional utility, you can swap out runes such as Rebuke or anything else that you need for your current encounter. And the benefits of playing this particular Paladin build allows you to either spec as a tank or as a DPS Paladin. The DPS version is not going to run Righteous Fury, while the tank playstyle will. However, if you do tank with this build, just be aware that this is a very aggressive and not as much as of a defensive build. However, this is the one that's seen so far the most amount of popularity in the level 25 bracket. When it comes to the class of priests, most of them are a circle of healing priests, with the rune that offers fantastic group-wide AoE coverage. Most priests also pair that together with Prayer of Mending and Strength of Soul, which provides either additional group healing or shields to help mitigate damage. The vast majority of priests we've seen so far for the rubber-banded endgame content have been playing a healing version of priest. However, a DPS support playstyle of the Homunculi Shadow Priest does offer a little bit of group-wide value. Rune of Homunculi does summon additional shadowy images of yourselves that will be used to debuff the enemy target. This playstyle of Priest does not deal nearly the same amount of damage compared to every other DPS playstyle, but does offer additional utility either way. The playstyle usually pairs itself with the Void Plague and the Shadow Word Death Runes in order to provide as much damage as humanly possible. However, like we mentioned before, there is a pretty big DPS disparity between this ranged caster build versus every other ranged caster build in the Rubber Banded content. One of the stronger melee playstyles so far within Season of Discovery has been the class of Rogue, which has access to a DPS Deadly Brew build as well as a Tankin build. The Deadly Brew build will focus around the rune of Deadly Brew, which gives you a poison-focused playstyle once you hit level 20. We combine together the Deadly Brew and the Deadly Poison interaction with the rune of Envenom, which also helps utilize all of the poisons we apply to our target. Pair that together with the rune of Saber Slash, which offers strong prime common point building capabilities. However, in the Season of Discovery, rogues can now embrace a new tanking role with the rune of Just a Flesh Wound, which gives them additional mitigation as well as a taunt ability. This is a rogue playstyle that's a very high damaging tanking build that also offers passive damage mitigation through parries and dodges. This playstyle is usually paired with the rune of Blade Dance for defense and Saber Slash for offense and offers fantastic competitive single target damage when comparing them against every other tanking playstyle. The next class on the list will be a Shaman who has access to both the DPS, tanking, and the healing role within endgame content. The DPS role is going to focus on an enhancement Shaman build that's going to utilize the rune of Dual Wielding as your prime source of damage output. However, this playstyle weirdly does pair itself together with a Lava Burst ability instead of Lava Lash, as Lava Burst offers some of the best single target damage currently. Together, enhancement builds can also pick up Shamanistic Rage, which is a defensive as well as a group utility for mana regeneration. But Shamans can also be healing Shamans as well, with the rune of Earth Shield for tank protection, Water Shield for mana regeneration, as well as Overload if you require more single target healing or healing range for better group-wide coverage. Lastly, another competitive build for Shamans that's currently viable is the Tankin Shaman build, which uses the Way of the Earth rune in order to embrace its Tankin role capabilities. Way of the Earth is usually paired together with a Shield and Mastery rune, which offers additional block defensives, and Molten Blast for additional aggro generation, but also group-wide damage coverage. Then we have the class of Warlock, which has a massive amount of different runes that offer so much build variety, but so far the Fire Warlock seems to be the reigning champion in the Rubber Banded level 25 content. These Fire Warlocks are going to build the playstyle around the Chaos Bolt ability and utilize runes such as Incinerate and Demonic Tactics for additional fire and pet focus damage. Another popular playstyle for the class of Warlock is the Metamorphosis Tankin build, which uses the Metamorphosis rune in order to gain a new tanking form. Well, you do have access to a variety of different runes that pair together with a Metamorphosis ability, which helps you better customize your playstyle. The most common runes used with meta have been Demonic Race for additional dodge chance and Master Channeler for better self-survivability. And lastly, we have the class of Warrior, which has access to a DPS and a tanking playstyle. The most popular DPS build is going to revolve around the rune of Consumed by Rage, which provides him with a powerful burst-oriented cooldown. Pair this together with Raging Blow and Quick Strike as your two prime damaging abilities, and the Warrior DPS build flourishes within Cleave content. When it comes to tank warriors, most of them have been prioritizing a shield focus build, which will run the rune of Devastate as your primary tanking ability. Flagellation is usually paired together with this setup as an additional damage buff, as well as Furious Thunder in AoE content or Consumed by Rage in single target encounters. As per usual, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single video and live stream, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this video or hang out with the rest of the community to discuss some of the upcoming changes. Join our Discord to become part of the community. But otherwise, thank you all so much for watching this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know all of your thoughts down below. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.